Welcome everyone. Welcome to Blissful Warrior Yoga and Mindfulness. This is our midday session here on Riverflow Yoga. I'm Rhonda Uretsky. I'm the owner of Riverflow Yoga. Hello, Paula. So I'm the owner of Riverflow Yoga, and we are a flagship hot yoga studio located in Lambertville, New Jersey. And of course, our front doors have been closed for the health and safety of everyone we care about since March, and yet we still are here bringing you yoga every day, twice a day, sometimes 3 times a day from our homes. We are a group of 7 hot yoga teachers, all certified in hot yoga and other forms of yoga, and we continue our practice as we invite you to join us in this practice of yoga and mindfulness, which we know to be so beneficial, not only during extremely catastrophic, stressful times like we're experiencing right now, but in regular stressful times, the kind that we experienced before things really hit the fan in many, many ways, and yet we didn't realize it. You know, we had a sort of inkling that we were stressed, but it's amazing how quickly we as human beings adapt to our situations and begin to feel that it's normal. It's normal to wake up with your thoughts racing. It's normal to have trouble falling asleep. It's normal to get colds and flus and all sorts of diseases. It's normal to have aches and pains in your body, and we're told a whole bunch of things about how normal this is. And in a sense that I would like for everyone to be sort of accepting of you are where you are right now and not allow stress to pile on top of whatever you might be experiencing right now. It's sort of a good thing that as human beings we are extremely adaptable. We can learn to mold ourselves to situations that we need to face in order to be able to continue to live our lives with a reasonable semblance of happiness. But maybe you deserve more than just a semblance of happiness in your life. Maybe you actually deserve to feel good in your life, to have the kind of life that you came here to live, to have a life that's grounded in joy and ease, and to feel that that's actually your birthright. Maybe it's a good thing to wake up to the idea that life isn't supposed to be such a struggle, so much hardship, so much stress, and certainly not a place of despair. And so, while we are all facing conditions around us that can be everything on the scale from mildly irritating to absolutely chaotic, to from slightly upsetting to throwing you into deep levels of despair and depression. And you might run the gamut on these emotions even in a single day. And all of us are experiencing some level of some of this. Maybe this can be a time for you to learn ways to pull back isn't quite the words I'm reaching for, but to ease back into this place inside of yourself that just feels like grace. It feels like a grounded place where you can live, where you feel at home, where you feel like yourself. All right, so, here we are in these conditions where, depending on where you're coming to me from today, I'm here in New Jersey, and so we are beginning to open into various phases, beginning to actually pull back from some of the phases we've reopened. But wherever you might be, you are in some state of living inside of your home, beginning to venture outside of your home. And as you do so, I'm going to invite you to look when you go outside with new eyes. Things that you might have been accustomed to before will look different, and maybe you have a choice now on how you are going to approach those things. And by that I mean you might not be able to choose the conditions outside of yourself. It might not be up to you whether restaurants are open for indoor dining, whether your business can open its doors. It's certainly not up to me personally when Riverflow Yoga can open the studio again to group classes. But it is my choice how to feel about that. as it is your choice how to feel about those conditions that are around you. And that's a beautiful freedom. When you can truly accept that choice, when you can truly embrace that you have that choice, you can find a sense of freedom within yourself that may even be more freeing than when things were more curtailed or less curtailed than they are right now. So I just want to say, for those of watching me live, I just got a very strange little message across the screen that said Riverflow Yoga is now live. I actually thought I've been live here with you for about 10 minutes. So Paula, I see that you're watching here. Let me know if it just went live or if we've been here together for the past 10 minutes, just talking about the incredible adaptability of human beings. And this is both our wonderful trait. It's a wonderful character trait that as human beings, we are really able to adjust ourselves around any conditions out there and find a way to continue to move forward and live our lives. And it can also be a situation, a character trait that can make us sort of complacent. We do tend to see right now that without being very specific about what side of this belief in this pandemic you fall on, we can notice that as people are tending to become more complacent about the sort of rules that we have learned can keep us safe, the more this virus does tend to gain a foothold. So where do you draw that line, between being adaptable, being able to understand the conditions around you and yet continue to choose to have a life that feels livable, feels happy, feels whole and full, and to become sort of complacent about the conditions around you and to simply not pay attention to participating in something that might be keeping you and others safe. This is a personal choice, my friends. There are so many rules and regulations out there, and most of them conflict with each other. And so it really is up to each of us to make the choice that feels like it's good for you and can be of benefit to others too. And again, I invite you to consider that has always been the case. We might be facing some conditions right now that feel more dire, certainly feel more consequential, seem to be absolutely more life and death, but the choice on which rules to follow in your life has always been yours. And how do you make those choices? Well, I can't tell you how to make the choices or which choices are appropriate, but I can, in this Blissful Warrior Yoga practice, teach you how to find a place inside of yourself, a place where things are quiet enough that you can make a choice that resonates for you. Making these choices from a place of being agitated, upset, angry, despairing, worried, these choices that you will make from those places which are not your place of being at your best will usually not give you the results that you're looking for. Usually it sort of creates another hurdle for you to get over before you can come back to this place and make the choice that actually does resonate. But there are some wonderful, easy, and when I say easy, you're going to see how easily your body wants to slip into these places that bring you back to a sense of feeling like yourself. Easy places to slip into where you will know whether you are actually in your grounded grace, meaning that it's a great time for you to make decisions, make choices, and move forward, or whether it's worth it to wait a little bit until you can take those little steps and go back home inside yourself and find that person that you know to be yourself, and then make your decisions from that place. So, as you come here to this Blissful Warrior Yoga practice, I am, although I have been practicing and teaching yoga for the past 45 years, and I know a lot of stuff about yoga, I'm not here to tell you that I am your authority. I am not your expert. You are your own authority. I would rather that you depend on your own inner guidance than on anyone else's authority. And certainly there are so many wonderful people around you that have so much to teach and so much that you can glean information from, and yet, you must take all that information, make it your own, and then be your own authority on what works best for you in this moment. So as we begin this Blissful Warrior yoga practice, I'm simply going to invite you to arrive here as yourself. Bring whatever emotional state you're in right now. It's fine. Bring whatever bodily conditions you might be experiencing right now. Those are welcome. Bring whatever distress you might be having just experienced just this morning, or things that are lingering on your mind. It's all invited here. This is the practice where you will find your way back home to yourself and recognize all the rest of that as conditions that you get to try on and leave aside at your choice. So arriving here, take a beautiful arrival position, and I'm going to offer you some options, and you try them on and see what feels like you in this moment. Seated on the ground, that's one of my favorites. I'm here in cross-legged position. I have a cushion under my butt. If you'd like to learn how to sit on the floor comfortably, go ahead and grab a cushion of some kind. It can be a simple pillow. Maybe if it's a flat pillow, fold it in half and sit forward of the cushion so that you're sort of tilting with your hips down a little bit. And maybe your knees feel like they're sort of being dragged down a little bit by gravity. Your knees might still be up in the air. That's all right. You're just not holding them up in the air. And if you're sitting forward of that cushion, you're going to have that really nice relaxed feeling in your hip flexors where everything can sort of just breathe a little bit in the hips. You can place your palms on your knees, up or down. You can place your palms in your lap. Just allow your shoulders to relax and your elbow tips to feel like they're being dragged down towards your hips. If sitting on the floor isn't your thing today, sit in a chair. Sit in your most comfortable chair. I am all about the soothing and the comfort. You arrive in your most comfortable place. So if you have a favorite chair, go ahead and sit on that chair. If you have a chair where you can sit a little forward and place the soles of your feet on the ground, this is a physiological way to calm your nervous system, to have the soles of your feet on the ground and to have your palms active either down or up. So if you're sitting on a chair, you have this wonderful opportunity. Place the soles of your feet on the ground. Doesn't matter if your shoes are on or off. And if sitting isn't where you're at today at all, go ahead and lie down. Lie on your back. It's what I recommend. Arms at your sides, keeping your arms rather far from your body so you have a nice little airflow going on between your torso and your arms. Palms facing up, give that a try. Palms facing towards the ceiling is the open and receptive position of yoga. Give it a try. Allow your fingertips to curl naturally. Allow your heels to gently touch and your toes to flop apart, allowing both your knees and your hips to also feel like they're sort of flowering out to the sides. Now, whether you're sitting on the floor, in a chair, or lying on the ground, tuck your chin a little bit, just enough that the tongue can rest on the roof of your mouth. This is a beautiful internal position that helps to calm your nervous system. Tongue resting on the roof of your mouth. And if you can tuck your chin down enough, you'll also be placing your head back on your neck. Here's how I really like to think about it. Your spine is like a giant slinky, right? It looks like a bunch of bones. We've all seen that skeleton. But the way it activates, the way it operates, is like a big spring. You've got this flexibility built right into your spine, no matter if you have issues with your spine right now or not. Imagine that the way you came here was with this slinky. And as you sit up nice and straight and drop your chin a little bit, it's as if you're taking this bowling ball head and placing it right on top of the slinky where it can be beautifully balanced. Most of us have a chin thrust, right? We have this thing going on here. This, as you can see, stresses the neck, places this bowling ball forward of the slinky, not very well balanced. The moment you tuck your chin and bring your head back a little bit and allow the tongue to rest on the roof of your mouth, you not only feel more relaxed, I'm inviting you to notice that you actually feel more like yourself. There's some familiarity that you feel in feeling calm. right? It feels more like who you really are. It feels like this natural state of being, which is exactly what it is. So you've arrived. Welcome. You've soothed yourself into an arrival position for your body. Congratulations. Now let's take some breaths together. This is a really beautiful way to take your nervous system from any state of agitation that you might be feeling right now to a more relaxed state. And again, I want you to notice that breathing isn't something I have to teach you how to do. You all know how to breathe. And isn't it beautiful that breathing, this thing that you do constantly, every moment of every day that you're alive, is the very thing that also soothes you and heals you and brings you home to yourself. It's sort of great the way nature has worked that out for you. The life that you're here living is meant to be a life of ease and flow, enjoyment and celebration. Your own breath informs you of this. All right, so here you are. Check again that your chin is dropped a little bit, that the tongue rests gently on the roof of your mouth. Your shoulders are away from your ears. Pull your collarbones wide, whether you're sitting in a chair, sitting on the ground, or lying on the ground. This pulling wide of the collarbones will feel very satisfying to you. Again, don't take my word for it. Try it. See how it resonates for you. You are the authority in your life. So we're going to breathe in and out through the nose and hear the breath come in and out through the throat, as if there's actually a portal right back here at the base of your throat, and you can really hear the power of this hot in and out. Inhale. Just on that first inhale, maybe because I've been doing this for so many years, I already feel different. Pull your collarbones, let your chin drop. Exhale. You'll hear the same ha sound through the back of your throat as you keep your collarbones wide. Try not to sink or collapse. When you're all the way at the empty breath, drop your tailbone straight down and let your tailbone tuck up a little towards your belly. You're going to feel this little lift happen. And inhale. Focusing on the sound you hear at the back of your throat, like Darth Vader sound, like ocean sounds, like the inside of a seashell. Exhale. And when your breath is complete, when it's emptied, stay empty for a moment. Feel the surprising satisfaction of staying here empty as you drop your tailbone down and then undulate it up towards your belly just a little bit. Inhale. Collarbones wide, chin dropped. Exhale. Here, after 3 breaths, just notice if anything feels different in your mind, in your body, in your level of aggravation or activation. Just notice. Gently notice without taking score. This is a great skill, my friends, to gently observe without trying to measure. There's no score here to take. There's no competition, not even with yourself. You are here to inhabit this body, to inhabit this life, not to take score and measure it all the time. Inhale. Feeling your collarbones want to pull themselves apart. Dropping your chin, exhale. Emptying your belly. Feeling your tailbone drop. Sensing yourself tug on the tailbone so it comes up a little bit, under a little bit, as if it's pointing towards your belly. Staying empty. Feeling the paradox of the fullness in your spirit with the emptiness of breath in your body. Inhale. I'm going to invite you to try this with your eyes closed. So we're simply going to close down what Thich Nhat Hanh calls one of your sense portals, your eyes. So close your eyes. Just lightly close your eyes. And let's shut down that portal of sight. Inhale. Collarbones wide. And exhale. Allowing your chin to drop a little bit. Feeling the tongue resting on the roof of your mouth. Eyes closed. Remember, if you're sitting on the floor, sit a little forward of your cushion. If you're sitting on the chair, take this time of being empty to notice your feet are still on the floor, soles on the floor. If you're lying on the ground, just observe your heels lightly touching and your toes flopped apart. Inhale. Hearing the breath in the back of your throat, exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Now just staying here with your eyes closed, I simply want you to observe the control that you've regained over the way you feel. This is your choice. This is the choice you always have. It may or may not have changed any outside conditions, but it certainly has made a world of difference in your life right now. Inhale. And exhale. Staying here with your eyes closed. Elisa, I notice you are here with me from Italy, and I have an option to bring you on camera. I don't even know what that means. That seems new. I'm going to click it and see if I can actually bring you on camera. All right, I have sent you an invite. It says can't bring Elisa on camera. I am constantly in awe, especially as I feel soothed here by the advances of technology. Yesterday, Facebook Live didn't have this option. Today, there's something new. Isn't it wonderful? I know as you sit here and breathe, I just want to introduce this idea that oftentimes people feel stressed by technology. Something changes in the way Zoom operates, or for some reason, some program you were able to access yesterday you can't access today, and there's this great feeling of disempowerment and frustration, the knee-jerk response of feeling like you can't handle it. But for me, sitting here from this place of feeling soothed and noticing that there's something different today about Facebook Live, and even though it's inviting me to bring you guys on camera, when I click it, it still doesn't bring you on camera. The feeling that I have now is not frustration, it's excitement. There's something new, something I can explore and add to this experience that we are having here together virtually. That makes it more real, right? Less virtual and more real. So notice that the condition hasn't changed. I'm still not able to get Elisa on camera with us here from Italy, but my feeling about the condition has changed, and in that way, my entire world with regards to technology has changed for the better in this moment. This is the secret sauce, my friends. This is the value of practicing mindfulness, of having a yoga practice, of having a spiritual practice, and knowing ways to breathe and handle your body and be in cooperation with your body that makes you enjoy your life, lets you enjoy your life, right? No one has to make you enjoy your life, but the allowing is up to you. Inhale. Collarbones wide. Chin dropped a little, your eyes are still closed. The tongue, you notice it just resting on the roof of your mouth. Lean back a little. Exhale. exhale. Hear the breath in the back of your throat. Inhale. Hear it come in the back of your throat. Big, loud Darth Vader sound. It even sounds like empowerment would sound. Exhale. Feeling your belly contract. The satisfaction of that. Dropping your tailbone down. Tucking your tailbone slightly up towards your belly. Feeling in that moment the little stretch, the access you have to your lower back to give it a little stretch. You are the authority in your body and in your life. You get the pleasure of trying on different practices to see what resonates with feeling good for you right now. Okay, as you take your next inhale breath, very slowly start to open your eyes. We're gonna open these sense doors very gently, seeing a little slit of light coming in through the bottoms of your eyes, maybe looking down at the floor as you slowly begin to inhale more and raise your eyes up a little bit more until you're all the way here with your eyes open. And in this moment of coming back, take your sense doors, your eyes, and allow yourself to simply find something to look at in your room right now that feels soothing for you to look at. And here's a clue. The first place where your eyes want to rest and settle when you're looking around is that initially soothing thing. Try not to get in there with your mind and determine whether it's a good enough thing to look at or whether you should be looking for something else. That's what the mind wants to do. Let your eyes just choose something that wants to draw them right now. I am actually looking at an empty water bottle. Inhale. And exhale. So again, without taking score, without gauging where you might or might not be or want to be, just notice where you are right now. Notice how it feels to be in this body in this moment. And if you were going to make a decision in your life, wouldn't this be the place you want to make that decision from? This place of your whole self being engaged in this moment of feeling like yourself. And so, with that thought, we will move forward into some yoga poses. Yoga poses are not only wonderful exercise for the body and beautiful soothing moments where you breathe deeply and focus and calm the nervous system. They're a little bit of symbolism, right? As you come from this calm state into a more active state of moving your body, you're going to notice how beautiful it actually feels to move in your life from this calmed place of being yourself. So join me on the floor. If you're sitting on the floor already, let's just move that cushion out from under you. If you were sitting on a chair, bring yourself to the ground right now. If you were lying on your back, you can stay right where you are because that's where we're going to go next. So let's lie down, lying on your back. Legs out, arms at your sides, palms facing up. Allow your arms to be a decent distance from your body. You'll know right away where your arms feel the most relaxed. You can test it out. Is it close to your body? How far away from your body? Remember, you are the authority. I am just offering suggestions, things that you get to try on. Allow your heels to connect lightly. Allow your toes to feel like they actually want to touch the opposite sides of the room without any struggle or effort. Allowing your knees to fall to the opposite sides and your hips to almost feel like they're blossoming open. Your eyes are open, but rather than looking at the ceiling, let me see if you guys can see me, you can. Rather than looking at the ceiling, you're going to look down the midline of your body so you can feel your yourself sort of tugging the cervical spine open a little bit, creating some space between the vertebrae that just feels good. And breathe here. Inhale, balloon your belly out. And exhale, deflate the belly. Hear it in the back of your throat. And feel as if someone has slipped their hand under the small of your back and you're dropping into it. Inhale. Balloon your belly out. Pull your collarbones wide and exhale. Deflate the balloon. Tucking your chin. Eyes are open. Arms are limp. And drop your lower back into that hand that gets slipped under you, waiting to hold you. And inhale, bend your right knee and place the sole of the right foot on the ground beside your left knee. And walk your heel close to your butt. So feel this little inching up that you're doing to get your heel up close to your butt. When it's there, you'll feel a little bit of a stretch on top of your quad. Your knee feels more like it's pulling forward. Drop your lower back. Notice if this little movement has seized up your lower back a little bit. No problem. Inhale. And as you exhale, bring the right knee towards your chest. Bring your arms in close to your body, pulling your fingertips towards the wall in front of you and really nestling your chin into that hollow between your collarbones. Bend your elbow tips and clasp all 10 fingers 2 inches below the right knee, pulling your elbows to your hips and your biceps to your sides. Inhale, tuck your chin, relax your foot. Exhale, bending your elbow tips, hugging your waist, draw your right knee towards your right armpit. Now, because there's no competition here, not even with yourself, there's no goal, there's no gold star for any achievements here, because you are simply here to soothe yourself. And when I say simply, I don't mean to imply that that's nothing. In fact, the opposite is true. Soothing yourself gives you your life back. It's everything. So you are here to enjoy this feeling of stretch. Stretch feels like freedom, and you can feel it now in your hips, on top of your right thigh, maybe on the outside, the IT band of your right thigh. Enjoy it. And maybe you'd like to go deeper. Now, if not, just stay right where you are. But if you're ready, if you'd like to just experiment a little bit as you inhale, release your arms to your sides. Begin to flex the heel towards the wall in front of you. Flex the toes towards your face and rotate your right knee in towards the inside of your body. As you exhale, raise the right sole up towards the ceiling, flexing the heel, flexing the toes towards your face. Inhale, thread your right arm on the inside of your right leg and reach for your right heel with your right palm. Now remember, this is not the gym, my friends. This is not something that you need to do in order to tone your body or be healthy. The only thing that you need to do right now is experiment and soothe. And if what you are doing in this deeper stretch does not feel soothing, go back to holding all 10 fingers clasped 2 inches below the knee. As you inhale, tuck your chin, keep your collarbones pulled wide, and as you exhale, if your palm is on your right heel, you can just gently press straight down, palm to heel, and guide your right knee towards the outside of your right shoulder. Now, as you're doing that, turn your big toe in towards the center of your body. All these little adjustments will feel more stretches in your body. If you ever feel any pain, you back down immediately. Pain is not your friend. Stretching, notice, feels very satisfying. And if You're holding your heel, now you change. As you inhale, bend your knee back to your armpit, clasp all 10 fingers 2 inches below the knee, tucking your chin towards your throat, and as you exhale, guiding the knee towards the armpit. Imagining yourself bypassing the rib cage with the right thigh. Knee towards the armpit gives you this beautiful soothing, not only in the right hip, but also massaging the ascending colon. And if you didn't have your heel flexed to the ceiling and you stayed here with knee towards the armpit, your soothing deepened. And change. Bring your right sole to the ground beside your left knee, arms at your sides, and then place the sole of your right foot on the inside of the left knee, allowing the right knee to fall to the right, placing your right palm resting on your inner thigh towards the groin, making sure your right elbow tip is relaxed to the ground. The left side of your body completely relaxed. Eyes are open, looking down the midline of your body. Breathe here. Inhale, balloon your belly out. And exhale, deflate the balloon, drop your lower back, keeping your eyes looking down the middle of your body, keeping your collarbones pulled wide, allowing gravity to pull on your right knee. You're not pushing, not forcing, not necessary. You're allowing. And then change. As you inhale, relax your right arm to your side, slide your right leg out to meet the left at the heels, lightly touching, and breathe here for a moment. And just notice what you feel. The right and left sides of your body might feel different. They might not. There is no wrong way to feel. There's just you experiencing the feeling of inhabiting this body. Inhale, bend your left knee, placing the sole of the left foot on the ground beside the right knee. Tucking your chin, walking that heel close to your butt. So as you inch it up, every little movement, every little millimeter that you move just feels more satisfying. That is the immediate reward of doing these poses, deepening your experience of satisfaction. And as you inhale, bring your arms in close. Pull with all 10 fingertips towards the wall in front of you. Bend the left knee towards your chest. Bend your elbow tips and clasp all 10 fingers 2 inches below the left knee. Elbows in your waist. Biceps hugging your sides. Chin tucked. Inhale. Pull your collarbones wide apart. This is a sensation of squeezing your shoulder blades together under your body, and as you exhale, pull your elbows towards your hips, hug your body with your arms, guiding your left knee towards the left armpit. Chin tucked, tongue still on the roof of your mouth. Feeling yourself relax into this position. You're literally setting yourself up for soothing. Soothing here in the left hip. Soothing in the descending colon. Inhale, tuck your chin, your eyes are open. And as you exhale, now you have a choice. You can either stay right here, guiding the knee towards the armpit, or you can release your arms to your sides. Flex your left heel towards the wall in front of you, left toes towards your face. Rotate your left knee in towards the center of your body. Begin to raise the flexed sole of your foot towards the ceiling, keeping the knee bent towards the armpit. Thread the left arm through the inside of your leg and reach for your heel with your left palm. Remember, you are soothing yourself into this stretch. You really cannot force or browbeat your way into a better feeling body or a better feeling life. You have to feel better every step along the way, training yourself to be mindful of your own deservedness of pleasure. Inhale, tuck your chin, collarbones wide. The complete right side of your body is relaxed. And as you exhale, if the palm is on your left heel, you can press straight down, guiding the left knee towards the outside of the left shoulder. And again, you might feel different sensations. Right now, I'm feeling a stretch behind my quad, on the back of my thigh. I feel it deep in the left groin, in the right groin as well. Tucking the chin. Just noticing where you feel it. Nothing that you feel is wrong. Pain is a feeling that's just a message for you to back it down a little bit and re-find your place of soothing. Just like you wouldn't want to act out of a place of pain, anger, despair, you also don't want to guide your body from these places of anguish. And then change. If you are holding at the heel, release back to all 10 fingers 2 inches below the knee. If you are already still holding 2 inches below the knee, you're deepening. As you inhale, tuck your chin, collarbones wide, and as you exhale, guiding again the left knee towards the left armpit. Beginning to observe these feelings in your body as pleasurable, openings, freedom, and change. As you inhale, relax your arms to your sides. Place the sole of the left foot on the ground beside the right knee. And as you exhale, place the sole of the left foot on the inside of the right knee, allowing the left knee to fall to the left, placing your left palm on your inner left thigh, keeping the left elbow tip on the ground so your arm is relaxed. And breathe here. Inhale, balloon your belly out. And as you exhale, drop your lower back. It's really satisfying to notice how much more you can let go in every pose. So when you find that you were tensed someplace and you just allowed yourself to let go, smile a little bit. This is a celebration moment. Inhale. And exhale. Notice, my friends, that you are in charge of feeling good. Only you. And change. Relax your left arm to your side, slide your left leg out to meet the right at the heels, with the heels lightly touching, the toes flopped apart. Collarbones wide, chin down, eyes open. Rather than look at your ceiling, you're looking down the middle of your body and breathing deep. Inhale. Balloon your belly out. Exhale. Deflate balloon. Allowing your lower back to drop, feeling that hand that's holding you under the small of your back that you trust and you can drop into. Inhale, turn your palms to the ground, slide your arms in close to your body, and roll your arms under your body so that your hips are on your wrists, or maybe they're on your forearms. Move my body up a little bit so I don't kick my Buddha picture over. And as you inhale again, squeeze your shoulder blades together. Point your toes forward in front of you, rotate your knees in. Feel yourself locking your body. And notice how interesting it is that the more you lock, the lighter you feel in your body. Locking these things into alignment in your physical body actually feels lighter in your spirit. So as you inhale, point your toes forward, squeeze your shoulder blades together, tuck your chin towards your throat, and as you exhale, begin to lift your chest towards the ceiling, feeling the weight of your body coming into your elbow tips. Now, if you've got some compromises in your upper spine and your neck, this is as far as you need to go. But if it feels good to you today, and only you can know this by checking in, you can lift your chest and let your head hang behind you. Now the top of your head doesn't touch the ground. It's hanging. And allow your chin to feel pulled towards the wall behind you as you pull with your toes towards the wall in front of you. Notice I'm pulling with my heels. because I don't have enough room with the picture in front of me to pull my toes. But you pull with your toes, squeezing your shoulder blades together. Inhale, lift your chest. If your head is hanging off the ground, squeeze your shoulder blades together even more and pull your chin back as you pull your toes forward. And as you exhale, slowly come back down, letting the back of your head slide on the ground, tucking your chin, lowering your spine to the ground. Roll your arms out, and you're back in Shavasana. Heels touch, toes flopped apart, collarbones wide, chin down. Inhale, balloon your belly out. And exhale, deflate. And inhale, bring your legs back together, point your toes forward. Bring your arms out to the sides, palms down. Make your body into a big T. Pull your fingertips apart. Pull your toes forward. Locking your quads, your thighs, rotating your knees in. Squeezing both shoulder blades together to get them to the ground. Inching your fingertips across the ground to stretch a little bit more. Inhale. As you exhale, tuck your chin, bend both knees, place the soles of both feet to the ground, and then walk the heels in more. Just try to keep this all on the one exhale till your heels are as close to your butt as possible. Inhale, tucking your chin, squeezing your legs together, making one leg out of the two, like you're creating a mermaid's tail from your hips to your toes. As you exhale, bring your knees to your chest and tuck your chin towards your knees. And as you inhale, squeeze the legs together again. Pull the fingertips, all 10 of them, so your arms are nice and long. And as you exhale, tuck the chin towards the throat, squeezing the legs tight, drop both knees under the right armpit. Now going slowly, being very mindful, trying to keep both shoulder blades on the mat as the knees aim under the right armpit. And then you'll stop wherever the knees stop. If the knees are up in the air, that's fine. Gravity is still working on them. If the knees are down on the ground, that's fine. Gravity is still working on them. Just relax and enjoy this serpentine stretch that your slinky spine has just been waiting to be able to do. Notice this isn't something we do in our everyday lives, this kind of stretch and twist. And yet, it's sort of like having a Porsche, a race car, and never letting it go above 30 miles an hour. Your body is a fine-tuned race car and has so many wonderful tricks to show you. And in doing them, you feel soothed. You feel the incredible power of your physical body. And this is always such a wonderful surprise, especially if you've been used to thinking of your physical body more like an albatross, something that hurts and doesn't respond. Just feel it right now. And inhale, squeeze your legs together, bring the knees back to center. When the knees are at center, stretch your arms apart more, squeeze your legs together tightly, draw your knees to your chest and your chin towards your throat. And as you exhale, let both knees drop under the left armpit. So notice you're trying to aim the knees up under the armpit. You're keeping both shoulder blades on the ground. If you feel one of them starting to pop up, so you play this little game with your body. Can you keep both shoulder blades on the ground by pulling your collarbones wide apart as gravity just takes over on the knees? Tuck your chin and feel the openness, the freedom of this stretch. I feel it all the way down the right side of my body. I can hear all sorts of little clicks happening in my spine. It's very satisfying. So just breathe. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, squeeze your legs together. Bring your knees back to center. When you're at center, squeeze the legs in tight, draw the knees in close, and bring your arms in close to your body. Pulling with all 10 fingertips towards the wall in front of you. Bend your elbows, keeping your head on the ground. Wrap your arms around your knees and see what's available for you to grab. Could be fingertips, wrists, forearms, elbow tips, above the elbow tips, whatever's available. No judgments, no measurements, just observing. Inhale, tuck your chin all the way in towards your throat. Pull your shoulders away from your ears. And as you exhale, use your arms to squeeze your legs together into that mermaid's tail, and then use your arms to draw your knees to your chest. And as you draw the knees to the chest, keeping the legs squeezed tight, imagine trying to pull your knees apart at the same time as your arms are trying to hold your legs together. As you do this, you might notice that you can tuck your chin even more, opening up your spine, especially at the cervical spine. More freedom. Inhale. Collarbones wide, shoulders down from your ears. Exhale, squeeze the legs together with your arms. Draw the knees to your chest with your arms and begin to pull the knees outward towards the crooks of your elbows. Feeling your spine flatten. And then change. As you inhale, relax your arms to your sides. Keep your knees to your chest. Just lie here for a moment. Feel the sensation in your arms. Satisfying. It's the best word for it. At least the one that fits for me. And then inhale more. And as you exhale, turn your palms over. Bring your arms back under your body, hips on your wrists. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Tuck your chin towards your throat. Inhale, pull from your heels towards the wall in front of you, flexing your big toes towards your face, squeezing the legs in tight. And as you exhale, tuck your chin, keep your collarbones squeezed, and begin to bring the soles of your feet slowly parallel to the ceiling. Keep your pinky toes rolled towards your face. Heels pulling towards the ceiling. Big toes pulling towards your face. Shoulder blades squeezed together under your body. And then eventually you feel your soles holding up the ceiling. Your hands are totally relaxed under you. And your legs might be straight or your knees can be bent. Either is just fine. But try to keep your knees rotated in towards each other. So as you get this beautiful draining of the blood vessels from your lower, your extremities, your legs, you're also getting your femur bones to settle nicely into your hips by keeping your knees rotated in. Inhale, pull from your heels, flex the toes towards your face, knees rotated in, squeezing your shoulder blades together, tucking your chin towards your throat. As you exhale, suck your stomach in, and pulling from your heels, slowly lower your legs. So keep your collarbones pulled wide. Try not to hunch your shoulders in and sort of constrict your abilities, your pose. Almost feel as if your legs are being lowered from the ceiling by pulley ropes, holding you at the ankles. You have this beautiful floating feeling as you pull your heels, flex your toes. Keeping your collarbones wide, your chin tucked. Just feeling the beautiful control you have here as you allow those ropes to lower you down slowly. Inhale. Pull from your heels, flex your toes. Exhale, float. Eventually, your heels will touch. It'll be different for all of us when that eventually happens, but when it does, immediately lift your hips lightly, roll your arms out, palms facing up, arms far from your body, heels are touching, toes flopped open. You're back here in your Shavasana pose. This is called Beautiful Corpse Pose. Inhale. Exhale, hearing the sound, back of your throat, deflating your belly and dropping your lower back into that massage waiting hand. Now we're going to try a yoga sit-up. If you have a twingy back, if that's your experience of your back, then you can simply roll over onto your right side and sit yourself up. But if you'd like to try a yoga sit-up, here's how we're going to do it. Inhale, pull from your heels, flex the toes towards your face as you raise your arms up over your head, interlock the thumbs, squeeze your head with your biceps, pull your fingertips as you pull from your heels, come to the top of your inhale, hold your breath, and sit up. Reaching for the ceiling, reaching forward, grabbing your big toes, looking at the wall in front of you, drop your chin, double jerk, double exhale, and drop the forehead to the knees. And just stay here dropped for a moment, letting your elbow tips fall down beside your calf muscles, tucking the chin to the throat. Just feeling the middle back part of your slinky round up. Good. And turn around and lie down. Nope, turn around and sit up. And here we are. Beautiful. So we're going to end with a little bit of a spinal twist. Always beautiful to have these twisting poses. Again, these are things that your spine is built to do. Got this beautiful slinky spine, but we just don't call on the spine to do this in everyday life. So it's now like taking out that sports car and really letting it run free. So keep your left leg either straight out in front of you or bend your left knee so it points forward. Bring your right leg up and over. Right heel against the left knee corner. Now if the left leg is straight out in front of you, you're golden, you're good to go. And if the knee is bent, you have to pull that heel out from under the right hip and settle the right hip on the ground as much as the left. So both hips are settled. You check it with your fingers. Can't get any fingers under the hips, then you are settled. Right arm behind you, flat like a kickstand. Left arm up by your ear, reach. Bend at the elbow, coming down around the outside of the knee. With your elbow, push your knee. See what's happening to my knee? My knee and ankle are now becoming more of a straight line with the help of my elbow. Reaching my left hand down, your left hand down. Grabbing the top edge of, if you're sitting on a yoga mat, you can grab that. If you're just sitting on the ground, you place your fingertips on the ground so you can lock your arm. And if you've been with me for a while and you'd like to try slipping your hand under your bent knee without picking your knee up, you can do that. As you inhale more, lift your chest. Begin to pull your collarbones wide apart, keeping both elbows locked. As you exhale, drop your chin, look over your right shoulder. So here's the little game you're playing. You're going to try to see your right shoulder, but you can't let yourself see your right shoulder. So the moment you catch a glimpse, you twist again, bringing that shoulder all the way behind you and feeling your spine respond. Can you feel the satisfaction of this twist? And change. So alternating now, either bringing your right leg straight out or bending it so that the knee is bent and the left leg is up and over so that the heel touches at the knee corner. Pull your heel out from under your left hip. You probably don't have to do this if your leg is straight out, but if your knee is bent, you really need to settle those hips. Good. Now the left arm becomes like a kickstand behind you, locked in place. The right arm up by your ear, reaching, stretching, lifting up out of your waist, and then bend the elbow, come down around the outside of the knee and push the knee away. As you reach your hand down, grab that top edge of your mat, fingertips on the ground if there's no mat, placing the hand under the bent knee if you can without lifting the knee up. And locking both arms, inhale and lift your chest. And begin to pull your collarbones wide apart as you drop your chin, checking that the tongue rests on the roof of your mouth, and as you exhale, look over your left shoulder. And twist and play the game. Can you see even the littlest bit of left shoulder? So you can bring the left shoulder behind you. Notice how easy it is, and allow your eyes to go looking for it, and notice how your body follows. Naturally opening you up. Opening you up to feel really the soothing pleasure of having this body. And change. Coming around to the front for a moment. Just take a moment to feel this beautiful kind of slipperiness that you've reconnected with in your own spine. Beautiful. Okay, let's lie down again. Final Shavasana. I'll be sitting, you'll be lying down. So lying on your back, arms at your sides, palms facing up. Allow your heels to touch and your toes to flop apart. collarbones nice and wide, palms facing up. You can close your eyes now if you'd like. Tongue resting on the roof of your mouth. Having this glorious moment at the end of the movement part of this class to recalibrate your nervous system again. Do you remember how you felt when we first started class, when you first arrived here? Just remembering, if you can, what your activation level might have been at the beginning of this class, which is the middle of your day, or for Elisa coming to us from Italy, the end of your day. Right? You might have a lot of agitation by the end of the day. So you might notice where you were then and where you have been able to place yourself back right now. Back into that place of feeling at home in your body, feeling like yourself in your life. This is your power. This is the blissful warrior. That you can be a warrior. You can be adamant about your right and your ability to feel blissful under all conditions, in your body and your mind, knowing it's your choice. Inhale. Balloon your belly out. And exhale, keeping your collarbones pulled wide, feeling your shoulder blades on the mat, allowing your belly to deflate and your lower back to drop. Feeling like the floor is now coming up to support you. You no longer have to hold yourself up on the floor. You're allowing the support that's always been there to actually be there for you. Inhale, balloon your belly out. Hear the sound come in the back of your throat, making that empowered Darth Vader kind of sound, and exhale, deflate. Allowing your belly to empty, feeling your lower back just drop, as if someone has slipped their hand under the small of your back. You are giving yourself permission to be held. And inhale. And exhale. This is the part of the yoga class where you get to tone up your vagus nerve. Your vagus nerve is the longest nerve in your body. It runs from your brain down the sides of your throat and then branches off into every single part of your body. And that nerve controls your nervous system response. That is the vagus nerve response that calms you, even in times of stress. And here in Shavasana, when the physical movements are relaxed and the breathing is what you focus on, your vagus nerve is being toned. Toned vagal nerve is related to so many health conditions, good ones, right? Like no inflammation in your body, no presence of illness, no presence of high blood pressure or low blood pressure. This is when your vagus nerve is toned. So some of the exercise, if you want to think about it as exercise, that you are doing here in this yoga class is about internal toning and how important it is to have those internal functions toned up at their maximum rate of serving your life and serving your health. So lying here breathing, I'm going to do a little reading to you. Remember, if you had the experience of being read to as a child, how beautifully soothing that experience was. And if you didn't have that experience, well, you're going to try it on for size right now, seeing how it feels. I'll be reading to you from my own book, which is called The Blissful Warrior. It is the story of my own journey into this deep sense of soothing and healing, especially during a challenging time in my life. So we've been reading a little bit every day here during our Blissful Warrior endings. If you haven't caught this class before, even though this is a sequential story, I want to promise you that whatever pages I read today will be relevant for you. They'll be exactly what you needed to hear today. You don't have to worry about having missed anything that came before. You didn't miss anything. You're in the right place at the right time right now, lying here and breathing. Okay, wonderful. Your body is your ally. Your body is your friend. Grace and ease and flexibility are built in just for you. Your body informs you. Pay attention. By be appreciative of the messages from your body. Feel the wisdom of your body. It never lies. Your body is generous and compassionate. It stores every trauma, every ache in your heart and agony of your mind, so you don't need to feel your deepest wounds, your saddest memories, until you're ready. Your body wants to protect you. Breathe and appreciate it. Your body will always prove you right. Whatever you believe, your body will express. If you tell stories about your injuries, accidents, or illnesses, your body will simply agree. Take a deep breath. Tell a new story. Your body is always moving towards wholeness, flowing towards vibrancy. Inhale and feel the relief of it. Exhale and clear old obstacles. Take 3 deep breaths. Your body is not broken, and there is nothing you need to fix. Breathe in life. Breathe out fear of disease, fear of aging, fear of pain. Let nothing diminish your belief in your own well-being. Appreciate your unique body of knowledge. Take a deep breath. Inhale. Exhale. Now, as we end this Blissful Warrior yoga session, I invite you to lie here and breathe for as long as you want. Really check in with yourself and see when you are ready to move into the next segment of whatever your day is going to be. Or for some of us, the night, as in Elisa joining us here from Florence, Italy. But check in with your own body of wisdom. You'll know when the time is right for you. Learning to tone in and tone up your ability to listen to your own inner wisdom is a beautiful muscle to tone. Thank you for joining me today for this Blissful Warrior Mindful Yoga practice. I hope you feel as soothed and wonderful as I do right now. I am here every weekday at 12:30 offering you this practice that you can try on. Find what resonates for you. Believe in your own soothing and your own deservedness to be happy and to feel good in your body and your life. And this practice will support you in just that. If you'd like to join us for hot yoga or yoga nidra, we are still teaching that on Facebook Live as well. We have a full schedule where you can see all the teachers, all the teachings that we are offering, and a variety of teachers who are offering these yoga teachings at our website on riverflow-yoga.com/schedule. And then you can plan to be here for the yoga that resonates for you. Om Shanti, dear ones. Thank you again for joining me today, and I'll see you soon.